All right, here we are, Wednesday, the 19th of October. See, the record highs continue to fall. We got a record high of 86 back in 1953 and a record low of 24 back in 1948. We'll push the button. That'll take us to the current temperatures. As expected, we've gotten into the mid to almost upper 60s today. We've got rain out to the west, a little bit cooler there. Cambridge has got 59, but right here along the river, we're mid-60s, almost near 70 in Morgantown. Winds are coming in generally out of the east and southeast. The speeds are beginning to increase as expected. Right now, steady winds at 9 to 16 miles an hour. We move on. The system continues to develop to our south and west. Notice all this rain, heavy stuff, just to the west of our area from about Interstate 77 all the way out there to the Indiana border. They've really been getting it over the last 6 to 8 hours. Meanwhile, temperature map shows a continuation of the cool air coming in. Look at Louisville right now, 47 in Louisville. That's the cool air. It's going to be swinging into our area tomorrow morning. We will be fortunate if we can get out of the 40s tomorrow. And it looks like we're going to start the day in the low 40s. So that cold air is coming our way. Nothing we can do about it. 80 degrees, Wilmington, North Carolina is one of the warm spots. Desert Southwest, Phoenix, 91. We move on to the watches and warnings. Light blue shows wind advisories of one form or another, and you can see them in Indiana, parts of Wisconsin, a little bit of Indiana, Illinois, down into southern parts of West Virginia, over to western Virginia, a little bit near Boone in North Carolina, down into northern Georgia, down to western parts of Alabama, southeastern parts of Mississippi, a little bit of the panhandle of Florida also there, near the Red River, not too far from Dallas-Fort Worth area. And then we have some up here along the DeConnick State Parkway from about Poughkeepsie up to about Albany, also western parts of Massachusetts and much of Vermont under wind advisories. And we may see more of these light blue boxes. There's a chance there might be a wind advisory in our area for tomorrow. But, you know, at this point, I'm going to give us winds, steady winds out of the west-southwest, about 15 to 30 miles an hour with gusts up to about 40 to 45. That might not quite reach the threshold for a wind advisory. But let me put it this way. I think over the next 6 months, there will be 10 times over the next 6 months where the winds will be stronger than anything we see tomorrow. We'll move on. No, those are freeze warnings and frost advisories and all that other stuff in the central and southern Great Plains. There's a wide view. You can see a lot of clouds over the east. Some breaks in the clouds there, coastal areas from South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, a little bit of Delaware, southern lower Maryland, and a little bit of New Jersey. So we put it all into motion, and by this time tomorrow, it looks like the center of the low is going to be to the north of our area. We're going to be getting a pretty strong fetch of air coming in from the west and southwest, and if we have any wind problems, tomorrow afternoon's our time. Then that low moves on out, the pressure gradient weakens, the number of isobars between the low and the high drop, the force behind the wind should also drop. There we are late Friday, setting ourselves up for some pretty nice weather for high school football. We're really not going to get a lot of rain out of this system. Like less than a half inch is probably what I'm expecting to see. And it looks like most of the rain will be out of here by dawn on Friday. So we'll have a nice breeze, and it'll help dry things out as we go through our Friday. So by Friday evening, I think we'll be in pretty good shape. All right, then that takes us into our weekend looking great. We've got one system off the coast, another one developing there, but it's moisture starved. And we go through Saturday and Sunday, just delightful weather. Well, there is a possibility as this weak, fast-moving cold front moves through, it might trigger off a few brief showers on Monday. So we'll show that there on Monday with just a little bit of rain late Monday, but no big deal. Notice the high temperatures. Well, gee, it looks like they're going to stay below average. Average high now is down to, what is the average high? The average high is at about 65, 64, maybe 63 by the time we get into next week. So we'll be cooler than average.